Hey, what's up? So today we're doing October favorites, and I originally uploaded a video called, well, it's like October haul or whatever, and that was originally going to be my Can you see my nipples through this shirt? Probably. Oops. Originally that was going to be my October products video that I do every month, but I sort of realized I didn't actually talk about what I've been using, just kind of new stuff. And even after that video, new stuff still just sort of came in. Like, I just acquired it. So yeah, that wasn't really helpful. That doesn't really tell you guys much. And I actually almost thought about not uploading it because it was like just lots of stuff. But I figured, hey, it's good for you guys to know if there's anything that you see that you want to kind of hear more about. I can talk to that, you know, and kind of put those on my priority first, you know, because if out of like 4 serums that I talk about, you want to know about one of them, and, you know, I'm keen on trying all of them anyway, I might as well do that one first, right? So hopefully that is sort of the thinking behind it, and it helps with that. So, but I didn't talk about what I've been using, which is not as fun, right? So my main goal this month has been just to try and finish stuff up, because again, I don't want to get overwhelmed or anything like that, even though we're sort of beyond that at this point. So what have I been using? We'll start with how about new things, because that way we can sort of get those out of the way, the initial excitement, and then get back to our core of what we love. Lots of Farmacy stuff, which you'll have seen in the last video, and if you didn't watch it, what are you waiting for? Rude. So these two, and then I have the lip bloom as well, which is too far away to reach, but I've been using that. That was the initial product that turned me onto the brand when I was working in store one day. I saw the display. It was really, really well done. It was like the presentation was beautiful, all of that. And so I tried some of that, and then I took some of the night sleeping balm. That's brilliant. I think eventually I'm going to have to pick that up, because it says it's a firming balm, and it literally leaves your skin firm the next day. Firmer than it was the night before, and not even a fake firm. But besides that, so the Rise and Shine Daily Moisture Lock I have on today, actually. Don't lay it on top of Tata Harper's Rejuvenating Serum because your face is going to feel sticky, but on top of any other serum, it's been kind of really beautiful. I actually put it on at night as well. The texture, I'd liken it to just a very good, thinner textured cream. You know, imagine Kate Somerville Nourish, just a slight bit milkier, and not as kind of 100% transparent as that one can turn into. It's almost like the texture of goat milk, but not as thin. Imagine that. So brilliant, you know, lots of great ingredients, and their whole thing is the Echinacea Green Envy, and that's the 3rd ingredient on the ingredient label. So I'm like, if you're going to advertise this like special complex of ingredients or whatever, or special ingredient, at least put a lot of it in there, and they did. And also the Clear Bloom Makeup Glide Away Cleansing Oil, brilliant. After one use, I was like, oh, hold on, hold the phone, this is brilliant. It's weird, normally I don't emulsify my cleansing oils, but this one, when you emulsify it, it actually, you know, normally cleansing oils get milky and thinner. This one actually gets thicker and creamier when you emulsify it. So I was like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing. I don't see what you're doing because I've never experienced that before, but it's kind of brilliant, and, you know, great value for money considering the quality and all of that, so A+ for them. I really like look forward to seeing what else they come out with and kind of acquiring more of the line. I like am having a freak out, you know, like when I first freaked out about trying to get all the Sunday Riley stuff, I'm like, oh, I want all the Farmacy range because it's all so good. So that's new and exciting. This Burberry, the Fresh Glow Nude Radiance, I have this on today. When I tried it in store about a week ago, I put it on this side, and then I put the Becca priming filter or whatever backlight on this side on top as like a highlighter, because I don't like a shimmery highlighter. I can't actually wear Becca's Shimmery Skin Perfector. if I don't want to accentuate the fact that I have scars all over my face. It's still a brilliant highlighter, one of the best highlighters you can buy in the entire world, and I love it, and I love to wear it in certain times, especially at night, but during the day it doesn't work for me. But this is what I have on all over today. I bought this instead of the primer filter because I asked people which side looked better, and they said that this side looked wet and this side looked shimmery, so the Becca wasn't as transparent and kind of floated over the skin. So when I get it home, I bought it during the Friends and Family sale. I get it home, I put it on, and it kind of sets. So after you apply it, it sort of sets more matte. So I've been spraying my face quite a bit all day, and I've only had it, like, it sets almost immediately, and I can't even really see any sheen there anymore. It still looks nice, but it looks like too undetectable. I wanted it a little bit more. So I might exchange it for the primer filter and just play with the primer filter and have it work the way I want it to, because I think that's more or less what I'm looking for. Although I might just buy the primer filter too and use this underneath to add radiance underneath, because it doesn't actually translate as shimmer at all. Like Laura Mercier Radiance Primer is shimmery, you know, there's no doubt about it, but it's nice as a highlighter on top. Maybe underneath it's not as cute because then you shimmer all over. So we'll see, that's the point. I don't know if I mentioned this in last month's video, but I picked up the La Solution Teint de Chanel. Probably mentioned it. I've been using it. I'm going to do a review on it on the blog, so be looking out for that for sure. Is it a good product? Yes. Is it worth $85? No. The idea of what it is, well, that just gives too much away. You'll just have to read the review. Let's see what else is newer stuff. Oh, the Dior Capture Totale One Essential. Is it the Capture Totale? Or is it just one? No, it is Capture Totale. One Essential Mask. I mentioned this in the last video, so watch that and hear my whole spiel about it. But I haven't popped this open because I still have other samples that I'm working through. But I've been using it a lot and I love it, and I'm like really bummed that it's gone. Josh gave me this yesterday. He had an extra, I think, and Caudalie's, which I've realized is not pronounced Caudalie. I've been saying it wrong all this time. It's Caudalie, but it's Caudalie, because, you know, you have to do it French. The hand and nail cream, best hand cream that I've put on my hands ever. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to hurt him. Best hand, I need to put some on right now. When they say it literally leaves, that was very Chris Traeger, wasn't it? Literally, it says, this cream nourishes, protects, and repairs the hands without leaving a greasy film. When I say there is no residue left behind at all, it's 100% the truth. It feels nourishing. It feels like it sort of forms around the hand instead of like lays over it, you know? Sinks in beautifully. I can immediately go in and, like, you know, pick things up without leaving fingerprints or things sliding out of my hands or whatever. And hand cream's not the most exciting thing in the world, but if you get it wrong, right, you know this, right? If you get the wrong hand cream, it makes your life a living hell. Newer, again, I've been using the Sisley Flower Gel Mask. Good. I talked about it in the last video, and I will do a blog post on it. So I've been using that. And then the Hylamide Low Molecular HA. You can see I've made a dent in that guy. This is brilliant. I'm like, where have you been all my life? It's not going to replace my Dennis Gross Hydration Booster. Nothing will ever replace that. And this, to be fair, is not really the same. It's not designed to do the same thing. This is designed as purely a few different forms of hyaluronic acid that penetrate the skin in different levels, so you get multi-surface hydration, whereas the Dennis Gross Booster is a blend of all these hydrating ingredients that we know bind water and hold on to water on the skin. So you know, they're both designed as a hydration boosting product, but how they do it is different. So I almost would compare it, you know, from like a Granny Smith apple to a Red Delicious apple. They're both apples, but you have to have both, right? Because they're both great. So love that. Definitely, that's one that I will repurchase when I use it. I know that for sure. Okay, let's get back to basics. Stuff that I've rediscovered. I've actually been masking a lot, which is so unlike me because I always was like, I don't get masks, I don't get the point, I don't have time. But then I started thinking about it as like, oh, it's something that I do in the evening while I'm doing homework or watching TV or something anyway. Just throw it on because why not? It doesn't take long and it makes a big difference. So I've been masking a lot. Sort of sheet masks here and there, but mainly, you know, packaged masks that come like this or in a jar or whatever. The Omorovicza Deep Cleansing Mask is kind of brilliant. It doesn't dry hard or stiff or anything like that. It just feels like it does give the skin a deep clean, but it also leaves it feeling very balanced and nourished. So you don't feel like you've had all the moisture stripped out of your skin, but you also don't feel like you've got this like dry, powdery, clay-like residue left over on the skin afterwards. It's kind of really brilliant. Quite expensive as all of Omorovicza stuff is, but you know, sometimes it's worth taking the plunge, sometimes it's not, as it is with all things. Been using a lot of this Clinique Moisture Surge Intense Skin Fortifying Hydrator. It's quite good. It's a good moisturizer, you know? It's like one of those, I would much rather you be using this than the Dramatically Different. It's a good moisturizer, you know? It's one of those, is it the most amazing thing in the world? No. Is it crap? No. Is it good? Yeah. Just think about it. If you're in the market for a gel moisturizer, that's actually kind of heavy on the silicone, unfortunately. But to be fair, the regular version, the one that's not intense, has better ingredients in it. There's more kind of plant extracts higher on the list, so I would go with that one. Rediscovered that I love Ceramic Slip. It's great. I tried the one, because this is technically older, they reformulated it slightly. The newer one says Clay Cleanser on it. So the new one actually looks like this. They're almost identical. This still says the exact same thing on the back, but the ingredients are different. The phenoxyethanol moved down on the list and they added a few more ingredients to the newer one. And to be fair, I prefer the newer one, but I've been trying to use this one up. Ceramic Slip is great. I think it's actually is good for all skin types, just depending on how you use it. I gotta cross my legs. I use minimal water when I use it. I do it dry hands, dry face, add a touch of water after I apply it all over, kind of milk it up and then washcloth it off. And it's brilliant. It's great. It does leave an absolute brightness to the skin, leaves it feeling smooth, clean, doesn't remove makeup that brilliantly, and it's not designed to. It's more of a treatment cleanser, so think of it that way. I'm just burping all over the place. That's brilliant. Ultra Repair Cream, always this time of year is when it comes back into the swing of things. I had a little eczema flare-up on my neck. Put this on for a few days, gets rid of it. I have a little itchy part on my legs. I don't know about you guys, but when it starts to get cold out, do you get like little tiny red bumps on your thighs from where your thighs rub together and like rub on your jeans or whatever? I get those, so I usually put these on like on a thick layer on my thighs before I go to sleep, and I wake up and it's helping the problem. You gotta do it consistently, but it helps the problem. One thing I do want to mention while I'm thinking of it, so Ultra Repair Cream is 0.5% colloidal oatmeal. Kate Somerville Eczema Therapy Cream is 1%, and it's got other great ingredients in it. There's petrolatum in there to prevent moisture from kind of leaking out, if you will. So I was thinking, oh, I'll grab the Kate Somerville because this was just not going away as quickly as I wanted it. You know, this got rid of it after a few days, but I wanted, you know, one and done, as you do. So I was thinking of getting it. $48, you get a fairly large tube, but still it's $48. And then I was reading ingredients, and it's good ingredients, but then I was like, hold on, I forgot that I had this Eucerin Eczema Relief Body Cream, and I was like, oh, okay, well let me read the ingredients. 1% colloidal oatmeal, pretty similar ingredients. There's oils, there's actually no petrolatum in here. It is mineral oil though. Ceramides are in here, root extract. So I was like, essentially this is, if you could imagine, a dupe for Kate Somerville Eczema Therapy Cream. Now hers has like black currant seed oil, I think, or something in it, and to be fair, you could get away with just putting a little bit of oil underneath this cream and get a very similar effect. But I'm like, I don't really need the Kate Somerville because this is nearly identical and a fraction of the cost, of course. So that's been hanging out with me. Right, what else? I forgot that this is brilliant. The Earth Science AB Hydroxy Acid Night Rejuvenator. Every time I put it on, your skin just instantly feels like it's been exfoliated and soft and smooth, and it's brilliant. And I use it consistently, as you can see. I've made some damage. So if you are looking for a leave-on exfoliant product and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I think this is less than $20, and it's great. We had a few cold days in New York, like mid-October. Now it's getting warmer, and it was rainy today, and now it's sunny. It's like, make up your mind. But those 2 rainy, dreary, cold days allowed me to whip out the Vitalumiere from Chanel, and I was like, yes, I wait all year for this because I can't wear this in the summer. It's just too much. My skin is dry, but it's not, you know, I get hot and sweat really easily, but this is my winter dry skin, dry weather foundation of choice because it just makes you look plump, hydrated, not shimmery or like luminous. It just makes the skin look very dewy and like you just applied moisturizer, but you get some coverage out of it, so it's brilliant. I've been trying to use the Chanel CC cream and or just use it more because it's a good product. The shade range is not right for me, so I have 20 beige. I mix it with my NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, because this is a 20, this is too dark for me. Mix it together. The blend of the 2 is kind of incredible. So, I don't know, they're doing something right, I guess, or they play well together. Been wearing the Sunday Riley Effortless Breathable Tinted Primer quite a bit. I have the shade Medium. I put it on top of, my favorite is when you put it on top of Artemis, I think it looks the best, because I've done it with Juno, Artemis, and Flora. I think it looks the best on Artemis, if I'm honest. It just sort of gives it like a very silky look on the skin, because Artemis is not a super wet oil. It has a very satin finish on the skin once it absorbs. So that blended with this just is kind of amazing. I love that. Continuing with Sunday Riley, I've been reaching for my Start Over quite a bit. I actually bought this, I think it was last month, and I never mentioned it. Because they're changing the packaging for January, I think, or sometime next year. So I bought one while I could get the big size of it, because it's a brilliant eye cream, and I had literally used like 4 samples before, and I was like, yeah, I'll just get it. And I love it. I use it almost every single morning, and it really does like knock back that darkness from lack of sleep or dehydration or just puffy eyes. It knocks back the puffiness, dark circles. It's not thick and buttery, so you have to put something on top if your eyes are really dry, but I find it really does instantly knock back the darkness, unlike any other eye cream that I have, to be honest with you. Number 28 Primer Serum from Hourglass. I liked it, but I didn't use it as much as I use Veil. I've been reaching for this a lot. I don't know, I mean, this movement from the top has been probably in the past few weeks, because I've been using it so much. And my new favorite way to use it is, I still have the Hourglass Hidden Concealer in Natural. Mine's kind of old, so it's not as creamy as like a fresh one would be. So I apply it because it gives great coverage and it doesn't settle at all. So I apply it on my eye area, kind of coat my brush with the primer serum, and then blend it out with kind of that damp primer soaked serum, and it instantly just smooths it out, blends it beautifully, and prevents this from looking dry at all, and just kind of keeps that area supple and doesn't allow it to crease or move or anything at all. And I tried it with a few other concealers, and if you have a creamy concealer and you blend it out with a brush that's kind of covered in the 28 primer serum, not drenched, but just kind of coated, it's brilliant. I'm like, how have I not? Of course, now that I'm not with them anymore, this is the kind of tip I discover. Insane. Also, still loving and using and kind of freaking out over my Wayne Goss brushes, because I'm still just... Today I put Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer on top of Flora from Sunday Riley. You literally will look flawless all day. Flora works as a primer. Don't know how, but it does. I forget that this is brilliant. This is, I think, the tinted moisturizer to end all tinted moisturizers. If we're labeling them as that, you know, I would never give up my Armani CC cream, but tinted moisturizer to end all tinted moisturizers. I mean, just look at me, for God's sake, look at my skin. This is brilliant. Good coverage. You get quite a few shade options. You get broad spectrum SPF 20, you get no fragrance, you get, you know, it's great. And I love it. So we gotta give her love, and she knows what she's doing. So, that was it. All 300 products that I mentioned. Next month will be really exciting, because that's when I'll have probably dove into a lot of the products that I've acquired this past month. So that'll be a really good month to look forward to because I'll have tried a lot of new things and I'll have used lots of stuff up. I plan to do an empties video quite soon. There's a few more where I'm just like, I have this much left and I just want to finish it off so I can kind of recycle the packaging and kind of move on to my next round of stuff. But yeah. Yeah, so that's everything, and I will talk to you guys real soon. Happy Halloween. Be safe, be smart, and do a good costume. Don't buy a prepackaged one. Make something fun up. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.